They travel at speeds over Mach 10, dodge traditional missile defense systems, and can carry nuclear warheads. Russia's hypersonic missiles are rewriting the rules of warfare. But here's the burning question: can the United States actually defend against them? Or are we staring at a new arms race we're not ready for? Russia has developed a terrifying set of hypersonic weapons. The Kh-47M2 Kinzhal, launched from MiG-31 fighter jets, is one of their crown jewels. It can hit speeds of Mach 10 and strike targets over 2,000 kilometers away with both conventional and nuclear warheads. Then there's the Avangard, a hypersonic glide vehicle capable of riding atop an intercontinental ballistic missile. What makes Avangard terrifying is not just its speed Mach 20, but its ability to maneuver unpredictably during flight, making interception almost impossible. And let's not forget the 3M22 Tsirkon, a sea-launched hypersonic cruise missile that can be fired from submarines or surface ships, designed specifically to destroy aircraft carrier groups. What makes hypersonic missiles such a game-changer is their unique flight pattern. Unlike traditional ballistic missiles that follow a high, parabolic arc and can be tracked after launch, hypersonics travel within the atmosphere, weaving and gliding at blistering speeds. This makes early detection nearly impossible. By the time enemy radar picks them up, they're potentially just minutes from impact. The small reaction time severely limits any chance of interception. In military terms, that's a nightmare scenario. Now, the big question: can the United States defend itself against this threat? The short answer is, not yet. Traditional U.S. missile defense systems like the Ground-Based Mid-Course Defense (Aegis), ballistic missile defense, and THAAD are designed to intercept high-altitude ballistic missiles. But they struggle with low-flying, ultra-fast, and maneuverable threats like hypersonics. For example, THAAD works well against medium-range ballistic missiles in their terminal phase, but it can't track or intercept a glide vehicle coming in. At Mach 15 and changing direction mid-flight, the U.S. military is aware of this vulnerability. In fact, hypersonic defense is now one of the Pentagon's top priorities. Over the past few years, the U.S. has poured billions into developing new detection, tracking, and interception capabilities. One of the most ambitious initiatives is the Hypersonic and Ballistic Tracking Space Sensor, a satellite constellation designed to detect and track hypersonic weapons from space. These sensors would provide a global, 360-degree view and offer early warning of incoming threats. At the same time, defense contractors like Lockheed Martin and Raytheon are racing to develop new types of interceptors specifically built to handle hypersonic targets. Programs like Glide Phase Interceptor and the new NGI, Next Generation Interceptor, are being fast-tracked. These systems are designed to strike during the glide phase, before the hypersonic missile reaches its terminal phase, where interception is much harder. But here's the harsh reality: most of these systems are still in the research or prototype stage. They won't be operational until late this decade. That means, for the time being, the U.S. remains vulnerable to a successful hypersonic strike, especially one launched in a surprise first strike scenario. And it's not just about intercepting the missile. Hypersonic weapons could be launched from submarines in the Atlantic or Pacific, cutting response times even further. The ability to defend against them requires not just advanced interceptors, but also quicker and smarter early warning systems, faster command decision loops, and AI-driven battle networks capable of real-time reaction. In a hypersonic war environment, decisions can no longer take minutes, they need to be made in seconds. There's also a psychological component to this threat. Hypersonic weapons, particularly nuclear-capable ones like Avangard, destabilize the global strategic balance. Traditional deterrence relies on the idea of mutually assured destruction. But if one side has a weapon that can sneak past defenses and decapitate leadership within minutes, the balance tips dangerously. This is exactly why the U.S. is not just investing in defense, but also developing its own hypersonic weapons. America's answer includes the AARRW, an air-launched hypersonic glide vehicle, the long-range hypersonic weapon, LRHW, for the Army, and the Navy's conventional prompt strike system. These are designed to give the U.S. a second strike capability, maintaining strategic deterrence. The goal is simple. If we can't intercept hypersonic threats yet, we must be able to retaliate with our own, thus discouraging any attack in the first place. However, the arms race is moving fast. China is already testing its own hypersonics, and their DFZF glide vehicle has caught global attention. The fear now is that we're entering a new era of Cold War I driven by speed, II, and near-invisible weapons. A future where a conflict could be decided before anyone even fully understands what's happening. So, can the U.S. defend against Russia's hypersonic threat? As of now, the honest answer is, barely, if at all. Existing systems are inadequate. New technologies are on the way, but years from being battle-ready. The Pentagon is scrambling, defense firms are accelerating, and allies are coordinating, but for now, America's best defense is deterrence, early warning, and the hope that no one pulls the trigger. But here's the twist. This isn't just a race of missiles. It's a race of minds, of innovation, and of survival. Whoever masters the hypersonic domain first won't just win wars, they'll shape the future of global power. And in that race, there is no room for second place. Clock is ticking.